Hello, bearded bee people. Welcome back to B&K Bees for another episode of Random Inspection Friday. Today we'll go through a few hives because I'm not really getting into them so much as adding honey boxes and just trying to get a good assessment on what the population looks like so that I know for next week's round of formic acid treatment. So let's get right into it. If they're in any configuration where I think that a honey box would be advantageous, they're gonna get one. Otherwise, just place the rock on the hive to indicate to me later. Is that a big jumping spider? Pretty sure this is a big jumping spider. Oh, come on out, lady. It's cool. It's cool, lady. Come on, get out. Yeah, big old gravid jumping spider that I am going to gently put over the fence so that I don't crush her. Cool, cool. She had run the entire rim of this hive in web. Hopefully she got a good fill, and that'll help her raise those eggs that she's obviously carrying with her. Okay, so this one looks really good. I imagine it's quite heavy. Quite heavy indeed. Looks good. That's a forward rock. I'm gonna grab another honey box for him. Not a lot going on up here. Very light colony. Don't look too bad down below. Just haven't moved up yet. Not going to add another honey box. There's a good indication of why people say bad things about queen excluders a lot. You know, if that was the one colony that we had, that we were drawing all of our experience from, we would reasonably say that those bees didn't want to move past that queen excluder. They have 9-10 frames in the brood box, but they aren't moving up past that excluder. Well, you saw in the colony just before that they'd moved up and they were filling up most of the frames up there. So obviously a lot of people say a lot of bad things about queen excluders, about how they're honey excluders and about how bees don't want to move up through them. But you know, this back-to-back study or lesson should show that if the conditions are right, if those bees need a place to store honey, they're definitely going to move up. It's not a honey excluder. I think the vast majority of times people say something bad about queen excluders is because they're having limited experience and They're judging based on a particular colony's inability to grow at a particular time, when all of the things need to be true. The nectar needs to be flowing, the population needs to be right, there needs to be an active laying queen in the box that is actively filling up the brood area, otherwise they're just going to store it in the brood area. So yeah, take all of the context clues into consideration when you're trying to decide why are these bees not moving up. And definitely don't automatically just blame the queen excluders, because as you see, lots and lots of these bees are moving up and storing honey in there. We would not be storing honey, or we would not be selling honey or having honey be a goal of our bee operation if queen excluders didn't work. It would just be too much work. So yeah, queen excluders are necessary in certain operations and in certain circumstances. Don't blame them if they aren't moving past it. It's probably based on some other reason. So I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing here, adding more boxes, classifying via the rock situation. I'm going to give those ones a forward rock, not going to give them another honey box, because that honey box in the overall colony is pretty light. So they have some work to do, but they can deal with a formic treatment next week. So thank you very much for watching. Get out there and have some fun with your bees. See ya.